there's this one question that we all get asked. It might be the most common question that we get asked or that we ask. You meet someone new, you start getting into a conversation with them, and at some point somebody is going to say, what do you do? And for the last 14 years, I have said I'm a professional photographer. But more recently, I've started saying I'm a YouTuber. And when I say that, I get some very common questions. I get the same questions over and over and over again. I even went to Instagram and I kind of put it to you guys and said, hey, if somebody told you I am a YouTuber, what's the next question or questions that you would ask? And that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about all the questions that I get asked when I tell somebody I'm a YouTuber. Because long story short, it's a weird job. Before we jump into it though, hit that like button because you are awesome. And if you're feeling super awesome, then hit the subscribe button and join the almost 250,000 of you that have done so. This channel is almost at 250,000 subscribers, which is bananas to me. That, thank you. And also a massive thank you to the sponsor of today's video, ASUS, who sent over this, which might be one of my favorite new things. Stick around, we're gonna talk about this in a little bit, but you're gonna wanna see what is in this bag. All right, let's jump into your questions. I pulled these all from Instagram. These are all from you guys. The very first one is one that lots of people asked me, and a ton of you asked me on there. How did you get started? I feel like I can make a whole video just going over how I got started, but if you followed the channel for a while, you know the story, and it basically goes, I've been a professional photographer for the last 14 years. The pandemic hit in 2020. The shutdown happened. All of my photography, all of my events, everything got canceled for the rest of the year. I have a wife, and at the time I had one daughter, now we have two, and I needed a way to take care of my family. I needed a way to support my wife and my daughter, and YouTube was all I had left. I had a very small channel at the time, just kind of a side thing that I was doing for fun, because I always wanted to do YouTube. I always wanted to get into it, but never had that push to leave kind of what had become secure for me in photography and make the jump to YouTube. So when photography just shut down, I kind of had no other choice, but it was making some money. So I told my wife, babe, all I'm gonna do for the rest of the year is YouTube. I'm gonna make as many YouTube videos as possible. I'm gonna just pour myself into this thing and let's see what happens. And honestly, you guys showed up. You guys are the ones that have made this channel what it is, and thank you. Seriously, I cannot say enough how grateful I am for you guys. You guys have I've been working my butt off, but you guys showing up, that's what makes this channel what it is. Jessica Van, one of my very, very good friends, says, what's your favorite part? By far, my favorite part about being a YouTuber is you guys. And the fact that I get to have conversations with people all over the world. People that there's no other reason or there's no other way that I would end up talking to you. Like even in the comments right now, go down to the comments and you're probably gonna see someone named Abjit, I hope I'm saying your name right. Abjit is from India, and there's probably no other way, unless I started this YouTube channel, that me and Abjit would be even writing back and forth to each other in the comment section. He comments on almost every video. Usually he just says hi, and I say hi back, and it's fun and it's awesome. And Abjit, I appreciate you, and thank you for always watching these videos. Thank you for always commenting on these videos. I wouldn't have that opportunity without having made this YouTube channel. And then there's all sorts of people that I get in really cool conversations with from the UK and from France. I recently talked to somebody from Pakistan. That was really cool. That was a really interesting kind of back and forth that we had. And even the merch has now gone to something like 40, I think it's 44 countries it's gone to around the world. It's gone to almost every state in the US and 40 something, I think it's 44 or 45 countries all over the world. And then my second favorite thing beyond this really cool community is I get to play with a lot of really cool toys from a lot of really cool brands. Like, have you guys ever seen that movie with Tom Hanks called Big? It's an older movie, and basically he's a 12-year-old that goes and he does this like fortune teller machine. He makes a wish, and overnight he becomes an adult. Fast forward, he goes and he gets a job at a toy company, and then they gave him a job where all he does all day long is he plays with toys, and then he tells them like, this one sucks or this one's awesome. That's kind of what I feel like when I do this channel. That's kind of what I feel like my job is on this channel. I feel like Tom Hanks in the movie Big, but my toys are like cameras and microphones and really cool tech stuff that I'm super interested in. And I get to work with the coolest brands around, like ASUS, the sponsor of today's video. And they sent over this thing. And this is something that I've wanted for a long time. I used to have one. It wasn't nearly as nice as this one, but this guy here is, look at this thing. This is the ASUS ProArt A1 projector, and oh, it's sweet. If you don't know anything about the ProArt moniker, it's their like super high-end moniker that they put on things. But the main thing about this projector, yes, it's won like a bunch of red dot award. It won a bunch of awards. The main thing about this projector that makes it so special, especially to me, is that this is the world's first Kalman verified projector. And if you don't know what Kalman verified means, it's basically just color accuracy. It is verified for color accuracy that's super calibrated from the factory, like ready to go out of the box. This thing it's going to look like what it's supposed to look like, which is rare. See, I spend tons of time calibrating my monitors. So the photos that I edit, the videos that I make, they look exactly how I want them to look. The reds are exactly how I want them. The magentas and the green, everything is exactly how I envisioned that piece to be. And I realize that it goes out there, and my clients, or even you guys watching these videos, you watch them on whatever. You watch them on your phone, or you watch them on your computer that might not be color calibrated, or on your TV that almost guaranteed is not color calibrated. And what I originally intended my photos and videos to look like, they look very different. But with this thing right here, I can ensure that when I play a movie or when I play one of my videos projected onto a massive screen, it's going to look like what I envisioned it to be. And of course there's an HDMI on here, but it also has wireless streaming. So I can wirelessly stream a video to this. And again, what I know it should look like is what it's going to look like on the wall. Whether I'm using this at home, where we will for sure be using it to watch movies with the kids, or I'm using it in more of a professional setting where I'm showing clients, I'm reviewing photos for clients, or I'm reviewing a video for a client. I can bring this on site, I can shoot this onto a large screen that I just pop up really quickly, and I can be sure that my photos and my videos are going to look like how I wanted them to look. And being that this projector is a LED projector over the conventional lamp projectors, this thing has over 3,000 lumens of output, giving it a lifespan of over 30,000 hours. I don't think that I will see the end of this guy's lifespan. So if you are in the market for a projector, whether that's for kind of more of like a home use personal setup, like you want a big theater setup, or more of a professional use where you want to be able to go to a client's home or office, play your photos or video, and you want to know that they're going to look like how you meant them to look, bring this thing with you and you will not have that issue. All right, back to the questions, and this one's also from Jessica Van, and she asks, how long do you plan on doing this? Life Via Leica asks, does longevity as a content creator scare you? To both of those questions, as far as how long I plan to do this, I will do this as long as you guys keep showing up. So whether that's 5 years or 10 years or 15, could I do 15 years of this? Probably do 15 years of this. We'll see. We'll see how long I can do this and how long you guys keep showing up. As long as you guys keep showing up, I will keep making videos. And does the longevity scare me? Of course. I mean, anytime you're making videos, like you're making money from being creative, you kind of always wonder, like, I don't know, maybe I just made my last video. Maybe no one is ever gonna show up for one of my videos again, and I'm through. So yeah, sure, it scares me all the time. Next up, a very common question that I get is, how much money do you make per month / per year? And it is a very difficult question to answer. One, because it's always changing. Go click over there, watch that video. It talks about a difference on my channel, a 1 million view video versus a 2 million view video. And in it, I kind of break down how YouTubers get paid, how I'm getting paid for these videos. And it's very weird. It fluctuates constantly. And the thing that I kind of get to in that video is, it's as if you go to work and your boss doesn't tell you how much you're gonna make that day. He just says, start working, do your best work. And at the end of the day, he says, all right, here, I'll give you this. That's kind of what it's like to be a YouTuber and think about how much money you actually make. I can say though that we do very well, and the YouTube business is now doing better than the photography business ever did. In all 14 years of the photography business, the YouTube business in about a year and a half or so, 2 years? Are we almost at 2 years? A little over a year and a half, the YouTube business has surpassed the photography business, so it's doing well. But it changes all the time. Someone also asked, how can you sustain a living being a YouTuber? It is tricky. It is a weird world of being a YouTuber. How you get paid, what you get paid for, all that different stuff is super tricky. If anyone is getting into the YouTube world, all I can tell you is set up as many income streams as possible. And out of all those income streams put together, you will have an income that you will probably be able to live on. It's really weird. Kyle Thompson asks, hey man, do you have any merch I can buy to support the channel? I sure do, Kyle. Kyle Thompson, he's actually a long-time subscriber of this channel, and I appreciate you, Kyle, for asking that question. You can go to the first link in the description. This shirt right here, not available yet on the store. We've had all sorts of issues with, I don't want to say that one word because of, supply chain stuff. Because of supply chain stuff, we've been kind of back ordered on being able to get these new shirts in, but these shirts will be in soon, where the Be a Good Human is kind of just a small piece here on the chest as opposed to the full bit here. But there's a bunch of t-shirts and sweatshirts in the description. Go down there, buy some merch, support the channel. Thank you. Next up is, how many videos did you have to make before you made it? I don't think I've made it yet. I don't feel like I've made it. I feel like I'm always trying to get more. Like when we had 100,000 on this channel, I was like, that is great. 100,000 sounds great, but you're gonna be cooler, 200,000. And then we hit 200,000 and I was like, what would be a lot cooler is 300,000. But I'll definitely celebrate. I will celebrate at 250,000. That'll be a big kind of point in my mind. I'll also celebrate at 500, and then I think maybe 750,000. That's a lot of people. Subscribe below and maybe tell some of your friends to subscribe too, because that would help. Okay, next up is, how do you manage the fear of judgment when filming in public? You just do it. I feel like I can make a whole video just on this one question, and I might, because I think there's a lot to say on it. But the very long story short is, you are making something, or presumably you're making something. If you are filming in public and you are making a video, so I go out, I'm set up my camera, I'm in public, there's people maybe walking past me, and I start talking to my camera. Plenty of people are going to judge you. People are gonna give you weird looks. They might even, lots of people take their phones out and they start taking pictures of me, and I realize that it's because of this whole like influencers in the wild and Instagram thing, where people like to make fun of people that are making videos for the internet or making content for the internet. And some of those videos are legitimately funny. Watching people do it, I imagine even watching myself do it, it's probably pretty silly watching myself walk around, hold a camera, talking to myself. But the reality is, I'm talking to you guys. You are there. I know I'm walking down the street just talking to my camera, but in reality, I'm talking to you. So I'm making something, and they are someone that's not making anything, but making fun of somebody that is making something. And yeah, I'd rather be the person that was making something. So you don't get over the fact that people are judging you in public. You just, I don't know, you just push through it. Focus on what you're making. Figure out what you want to make and make it. And don't worry about them. Next up is it's a question that you guys asked. A ton of different people asked it different ways. What's your daily or weekly schedule like? I think daily schedule, I could probably make a video to try to explain how I lay out a day, but a weekly schedule is kind of goofy. It depends on what kind of video I'm working on, whether I'm working on a quick tip video, those usually take only a day to make, but some review videos take 2 and 3 days to make. I'm working on a skateboard right now, an electric skateboard. It's the craziest electric skateboard that I've ever ridden. Here we go. Holy cow. Oh, what the f was that? I think I've already worked on it like 4 or 5 days just on that one video that probably needs maybe 3 or 4 more days to be able to create the video that I'm trying to create out of it. So my schedule, it fluctuates constantly. I don't have like a set day off during the week. I know lots of people work Monday through Friday. I just kind of work when work needs to be done. Well, that's not true. Work always needs to be done when you're running your own YouTube channel, but I work when work has to be done, and then I try to take days off here and there so that I can, hang out with the family. Yeah, in this job, I would say your pay and your schedule are entirely fluctuating at all times, and you really can't count on either of them. Am I making it sound fun to be a YouTuber? Someone asks, how long does it take to do a short 10-minute video? Like I said, some videos can take days and some could take a day. I would say that for an average video, I can count on 2 full work days to make one 10-minute video. So that's from like ideation, like thinking of the video, kind of writing out everything I want to say, actually filming the video, actually editing the video, creating a thumbnail, title, doing all that kind of work. I think it's safe to say 2 full work days, if not more, per video that's on this channel. And I don't think a lot of people see that. I think a lot of people just see a 10-minute video on YouTube and they go, oh, I don't know, maybe they worked on that for 2 or 3 hours, but it's actually 2 or 3 days. Then the very last question seemed very general, and it just said, is it worth it? And for me, I absolutely love this. I work more than I've ever worked, and I love every bit of it. So yeah, to me, it's totally worth it. It's a weird job. It really is by far the weirdest job that I've had in my career up to this point, but it's also the best job that I could imagine, and I'm so grateful for this job. And I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for you showing up. Please hit that like button before you go, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Help get this channel over that 250,000 subscriber mark. That would be pretty dang cool. And then also ASUS. Thank you, ASUS, for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for that projector. I am so stoked on that dang projector. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Oh, what was that? Next up is, are you Mark Rober?